Hey guys, welcome back to another Titus Diorama and Toy Reviews, and in today's video we are going to be looking at the Marvel Legends Juggernaut and Colossus 2-pack from the Marvel 80 Years line. So let's get to it. So first and foremost, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging that these guys come packed in. And of course, it is that window box packaging that we come to expect from Hasbro for their Marvel Legends line, albeit a fair bit bigger in order to allow you to see both the figures and all the accessories that they come with. And again, this is part of that Marvel 80 Years lineup. The side of the packaging has some nice artwork of Juggernaut, and of course the other side has Colossus. And then the back shows the artwork that these guys are based from, as well as a small bio for each. With that though, guys, let's go ahead and get these guys out of the packaging and take a closer look. Alright guys, so here is Marvel's Colossus and Marvel's Juggernaut out of the packaging. So first and foremost, let's go ahead and take a look at the accessories that come packaged with these guys, and then we'll take a look at the figures themselves. So for Colossus here, you do have the open hands and of course the fisted hands. I do love the color. I love that shiny kind of chrome color that he has all over him. Matches what it looks like in the actual TV series and in the comic books itself. For Juggernaut, really we have two new heads. On the original Build-A-Figure, I do not believe that the eyes were white. I believe they actually had pupils in them, so this is slightly different than the original Build-A-Figure Juggernaut that we got a few years back. Unfortunately, I don't have mine easily accessible right now to be able to compare him with, but you also get the unmasked head that also comes with the damaged or battle damaged helmet. And then, of course, you have the two fisted hands that come on them. You have a slightly open kind of gripping hand, and then you have kind of the more wide stance hand here itself. So overall, I think they did a pretty good job on the different accessories that come with it. For the figures, let's just really quickly talk about Juggernaut. Again, this is just the Build-A-Figure Juggernaut that we got from a few years back. Slightly different coloring on it, and in all due respect, I think he still looks amazing. On this particular version that I have, I do have one gripe, and that's the fact that right out of the box, it had some black markings on the shoulder here. Of course, that happened during the manufacturing of this particular figure, and it is on the back, so it's not that noticeable. But still, this is like a $75 2-pack. I would want to have my figures in better shape than that. A quick side note, I did look at another package at my local EB Games, and that Juggernaut actually had 2 left feet on it. So my local EB Games was kind enough to search for some of the other stores and get a proper one sent in with that. Now, for Colossus, this is all new, at least for me. I believe there has been a Colossus that came out that was single-carded. I do love the sculpting on this guy. I love the paint work for the most part on this guy. And I think it's all new parts. I could be wrong. Now, my only gripes that I have is really with some of the painting. As you can see on his belt here, it's missing some of the black paint on the X there. And when you're taking a look, there is some parts that should be chromed color. Didn't get hit when they were painting it, so it still has the red color of the actual shirt itself. Other than that, I think they did a really, really, really great job on this guy. Now, we already know the articulation with Juggernaut, so I'm not going to cover his articulation, but we are going to take a look at Colossus' articulation. He's got that basic articulation as you see on most of the big figures. So his head can look decently up, and it can look decently down, as you can see. Of course, it does turn side to side, and you do have some head or swivel there, so you can get a few different looks from him. His shoulders can do the full 360. Mind you, the little shoulder pads that he has does interfere with that a little bit. He does have the swivel at the upper bicep due to how large his biceps are. It does hinder it when you get closer to his body. He does have a single jointed elbow. I think they could have probably put a double jointed in there, but for what he is, a single joint will work. He can crunch this far forward. He can crunch this far back, and it's fully painted up through there, which is great. He does have a hip swivel, which is amazing. He can kick only that far forward and a little bit back. He can do pretty decent splits. He does have an upper thigh swivel. He does have double jointed knees, although mine's a little stiff, but you can get it to go all the way back. And he does not have an upper boot cut, but his feet can go this far forward, this far back, and of course, he has ankle pivot. So overall, guys, I really do like this particular box set. Again, we've already seen the Juggernaut Build-A-Figure, and this is starting to become kind of a common theme that they're releasing the Build-A-Figures as single cards. They have done this with the Kingpin as well. And I'm trying to think, I think there was one other, I think it was the Sandman, they also did the same thing. But really, if you missed out on getting that particular Build-A-Figure, or you didn't want to spend the money on buying all the figures to get Juggernaut, this is a really great chance for you to pick up Juggernaut for yourself. Colossus is amazing. I do love it. Really, he was the draw for this. I'm, again, glad to have another Juggernaut in my collection. I now can have Juggernaut facing off in two different setups if I want to. The accessories are great in this. I think they gave you just enough accessories to really be able to play around with these guys. And overall, guys, I'm really, really glad to have these two action figures in my collection, even with the slight flaws that they came with. Anyway, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, by all means, go ahead and click on that like button. If you're not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you click on the subscription button and also click on that bell notification so you can be updated with any new content that I release. And as always, guys, stay nerdy.